Look, folks, after this week, it is abundantly clear the America we love didn't die. It was simply corrupted, one unelected bureaucrat at a time, one hollowed out institution at a time. See, there was once an America where the scientific method mattered more than the ego of the scientists, where civil rights groups hunted hate without fomenting fear, where the spies we trusted our nation's secrets with, well, they lied to the bad guys, not the American public. Where the faceless few who outlive our pitched politics never weaponized the power we gave them against the public they promised to serve. That America was quite real. You didn't imagine it. But this week, the veil on this American deception, it finally fell in a hail of silence from a man named Anthony Stephen Fauci. Now, more than 100 times the most trusted face in American medicine sat before the United States Senate, and he took the fifth. That famous or infamous plea you reach for when your own words might put you in a jail cell. That's the silence of a man who helped orchestrate a medical coup d'etat against his own countrymen, and he knows it. But since he'd rather pretend he has amnesia, let's just spell out what we now know this left-wing folk hero with an MD actually did. He looked at your grandmother, sick, frightened, maybe immunocompromised, and he told her that the bandana at the bottom of her closet for the last 5 years would protect her lungs from an invisible killer. Meanwhile, his own notes said the only masks he knew might help were N95 masks. He forced preschoolers and kindergartners into masks he knew wouldn't help them or protect their teachers, emptied the classrooms, and we're now living through a learning loss nightmare that this generation will likely never recover from. His own notes say he didn't believe COVID came from a wet market. But when we had experts like Robert Redfield, the former director of the CDC, say perhaps the virus may indeed have come from a lab, well, Anthony Fauci and the status quo helped have him erased from any credible halls within the medical community. No questions asked. And yet, if you ask the left-stream media, the darlings of the DNC, anybody who aligns with this unholy cabal, well, Tony Fauci can do no wrong. He's still a saint. You see, they're still selling the lie, because the lie is the business model. It's not just Tony Fauci, it's every single one of the institutions they've hollowed out, kept standing, and then left the lights on. It's the Southern Poverty Law Center writing checks to the Ku Klux Klan while calling soccer moms from Moms to Liberty a threat to democracy. It's the left-stream media calling Donald Trump and his supporters Nazis while those same outlets made excuses for Graham Plattner and his Nazi tattoo on their way to trying to put him in the United States Senate. It's Democrats insisting for decades that illegals don't vote, can't vote. It's a conspiracy theory. You should be wearing a tinfoil hat if the words come out of your mouth. But then we heard the governor from the state of New Jersey confirmed that 6,600 illegals living in New Jersey illegally told the state they couldn't vote and ended up on the voter rolls anyway. These aren't accidents, folks. That's a business model. And it will end when we have accountability. But the only way we're going to get accountability is if we start filling the seats in those hollowed out bureaucratic halls that can actually have the power to get the job done.